Hey, welcome to this Altos tip. I'm going to keep this really short, you guys. This is a video that's going to just describe very quickly a strategy and how you can elevate your status from being a listing agent to a real estate advisor. It's actually quite simple. And the main thing is you want to be able to present yourself honestly and sincerely as looking out for their best financial interest. And what this does is it helps build your credibility and, of course, their trust in you so that you come out ahead of your competition. Let me show you a very quick and easy strategy to do this. And the way I used to do this was simply by educating my clients, giving them a little bit of information about the market that they just might not know and that I know other agents really aren't talking about. So giving them this insightful information empowers them, and that in turn helps build my credibility and their trust in me, elevating me from that listing agent status to a real estate advisor. So let me show you how I used to do that. I would scroll down to the report and I would talk about the natural rhythm of the market. Now, why does this help me stand out so much from my competition? Well, because here, part of it depends on the timing in which I'm doing this listing presentation. So for example, if I was talking to my clients in November, one of the things that I would do in this, if I'm looking at a chart like this, is I would actually recommend that they put their home on the market in February. And hands down, every time a seller would say, you know what, Jeff, we've talked to other agents, you're the first one that has mentioned waiting to put our home on the market. Now, how powerful is that, you guys, right? So again, the chart is going to determine that. The other thing is, be radically different. Oftentimes we have a set plan on how we're going to market a home. If we don't have an acceptable offer within 45 days, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to the seller and I'm going to ask them to reduce their list price. Well, you know what? Why don't we let the market conditions actually determine when we should reduce the list price? And so in talking about the natural rhythm of the market, not only am I educating them about the market, but I'm actually giving them the reasons behind my marketing strategy. Oftentimes we come in and we just lay out this plan, but we really don't, provide good, solid reasons as to why we do some of the things that we do. So this helps establish the reason behind the action that we're going to be taking, whether it's pricing or whether it's particular positioning of the property within the market, right? And of course, the different methods that we use to market a property. So showing them the natural rhythm of the market impacts them financially. It impacts how much they're going to be able to sell their home for, how long it's going to take to get an acceptable offer, as well as your marketing strategy. Share that with them. And simply by doing that, by educating them and explaining why you're doing what you're doing, will help elevate you from being just a listing agent to really being a real estate advisor. Again, let me give you a short example. If I was talking to a seller in February, I'm going to say, you know what? You're entering the market at the best time of the year for this particular location, which happens to be Austin, Texas. Why would I say that? Well, because the median list prices skyrocket in January, February, and March. So that means that I can get them more for their home in a shorter period of time during this time of year. Now, if I'm talking to them in April, I'm going to actually let them know that every April we see the prices kind of flatten, the market peaks. And so what happens though at the end of that peak is, wow, we begin to see the median list prices really begin to drop. That's at the end of May, first part of June. So I want them to understand that. So let's let the market conditions determine when we should be looking at adjusting the list price if we don't have an acceptable offer. Elevate yourself from just being a listing agent to being a real estate advisor by providing them with valuable information about the market that helps them make a better financial decision for their family.